Hey, I'm Joseph, and I'm a sophomore at Gretchen Whitney High School, applying to NASA Seas from Cerritos, California, aspiring to become an engineer. And that's me. Before I came to America, I was born in South Korea, and by the time in high school, I'd already lived in Florida, DC, SoCal, and my family just moved around a lot. But one thing, no matter where we were, was road trips. National parks, science museums, random rest stops in the middle of nowhere, and on one of those trips, when I was about 9 years old, we ended up at the NASA Johnson Space Center in Houston. So I went home and did what any kid with zero engineering tools would do. I drew and drew. I made sketches on paper and opened Google Drawings, not SolidWorks, not Fusion, not Onshape, Google Drawings, and I tried to design a rocket. It was flat, 2D, basic, but more importantly, I stopped wanting to just look at rockets and started wanting to make them. And that feeling has never gone away. I didn't realize at the time, but I never wanted to figure out things alone. And the moment I started learning something, I wanted to show somebody else. So at 11 years old, I started a YouTube channel, launching model rockets in the park. Maybe 3 people watched, probably 2 were my parents, but I was truly excited just by the fact that I got to share what I knew to others. I want to tell you about some projects I think that tells you a little bit more of who I am. Last summer, I worked on a team of 11 people in an AI-driven robotic arm simulation that sorted recyclable materials into appropriate bins. Now, I learned how to apply physics and mathematical concepts to kinematic arm movements. But not only that, I also got to present the project to peers and judges who've never heard about this before, which really strengthened my technical skills and my ability to communicate complex ideas clearly through presentation slides and speaking. More recently, throughout the winter break and still today, I built an electric vehicle for Science Olympiad. And even though I seem to face endless loop of failures and challenges, such as shorting a ton of circuits, embarrassing myself by having my first prototype last year start driving backwards into the judges, or taking the wrong IMU data for my gyro bias calibration. But each failure taught me how to analyze these problems, and I learned how to be more precise and iterative in everything I do. The vehicle went on to get 5th place at USC and 1st place at UC Riverside, but the most important lessons came from the things that didn't work. And in C's, I just want to bring that same mindset because I'm really excited to continue learning from these challenges. I also realized I wanted to use my skills to help others. Through my school's FTC Robotics Club, I started volunteering for programs like RoboCamp, a 2-week summer program our team hosts for younger kids. I've gone back every year for 3 to 4 years, and eventually becoming curriculum head, writing lessons, and running the schedule and leading volunteers. My favorite moments weren't about just winning competitions. It was watching my students finally get a motor to move and seeing their face light up. And that feeling inspired me to establish KiroCrate. And I wanted to reach out to kids who never got this kind of opportunity. So I created an initiative delivering free STEM kits to underserved elementary school students, funded by a $5,000 Society of Science grant. And to me, these opportunities were meant to be shared, and creating them for others is just as important as building them yourself. I have a lot of hobbies, but most notably, I love to draw and write. For the past 2 years, I've worked with graphite, pastel, watercolor, and art has taught me so many things about patience and seeing mistakes as part of the process. I also love to write for fun, and earning a national medal from the Scholastic Art and Writing Competition for a piece on drone applications, I learned how important it is to communicate technical ideas clearly. And my hobbies have taught me how to think creatively, stay patient through challenges, and communicate ideas clearly. So, why C's? Well, so far I realized how valuable these opportunities can be for me and how it plays in my growth. But through C's specifically, I want to gain a clear understanding and direction in my engineering passion and journey. And I believe that the best way to do that is by researching and working with mentors and peers who can help me grow. I can't wait to do that through NASA C's. Thank you for considering my application.